Good morning, everybody. Stalling Bear here, day 6. I know I have some wrap-ups that I need to get in. It looks like my camera's already fogging. You can tell it's gloomy and overcast again, sprinkling, but it's a warmer day today. So I'm wearing less clothes. But the rain's supposed to continue all day, so we'll see how far I get. Spent the night at Blue Mountain Shelter with Redneck, Jersey, Flatlander, and now newly named Billy Goat. I left a few minutes before Billy Goat, probably about 10 minutes, and it wasn't too long after that I kept hearing bah behind me, so he passed me fairly quickly. Youth, and he's about 6'3", and most of that legs, he's flying already, so we're going to see how far we can get today. With this weather, I'm just pretty much shelter hopping, and depending on where I get, at what time I get to Tray Mountain Shelter, there's a couple big inclines before that, and then I'll go on from there. I've been trying to download my day 1 video, and it was uploading all night long. When I left the shelter, it still said 64 minutes left, and I just checked it before I recorded this, and it said 3 hours. So I'm like, I'm going to have to record something. So hopefully it doesn't mess up the YouTube upload, and we can get that posted before. Otherwise, when I'm at the top of Georgia, I'll have to download lots of video. Alright, so we're going to move it out for now. This is what I've been hiking in most of the morning. You can see the stones and everything through the walkway. I should have filmed a little bit earlier when it was really stony. Pennsylvania has the reputation of Rocksylvania. I think Georgia should be called Georgia-stonia or something to that sort. The stones and rocks here are no joke either. There's the path. Going in that direction, you can see it's starting to clear up a little bit. So today may be a better day for video. Already I'm doing better. Looking down into the valley, you can just see the fog just kind of hovering over the treetops. Pretty neat. You can probably hear drizzling in the background as well. Not a heavy rain, just a steady drizzle. And that's where I'm headed. I stopped at Unicorn Gap. Gonna get to me a little something to eat to give me some energy to get this next elevations. I took a picture of the sign over there that says elevation 2,900 feet. Rocky Mountains right under 4,000, 3993. But then you dip down into another parking area, Indian Grave, I believe it was that area, and it's around 3,100 feet. And then back up Tray Mountain, which is 4,400 feet. And the shelter is down below that at about 4,200 feet. So we're going to see how the rest of that goes. I'm really hoping that fresh ground is at the next gap so that I can get some good lunch. It's probably difficult to see. A little white moving area over there is some water rushing down. I'm sure you can probably hear it. But as I get up here on the switchback, I look back and I see over there, I'm starting to see some clearings where I can see some of the other mountain ranges or mountain tops. Nice. This is a view of Tray Mountain. That's pretty much what I've dealt with the last few days. Still a lot of beautiful sights along the way, but the trail will give you what the trail wants you to see. And apparently Tray Mountain's not one of them today. Okay, now we're going to jump right into a day 6 wrap up since I'm here. I left a Blue Mountain shelter this morning. Supposedly it's a beautiful view there if you have a clear day, but look at what we have going on here. All the beauty I saw was within 30-40 feet. If you're looking for long distance viewing other than day 1 and day 3, which were absolutely beautiful days. What a beautiful start to the Appalachian Trail was my day 1. Weather-wise, line of sight, everything was perfect on that day. But this morning, got up, you know, fairly early because we were in early last night. With the rain and everything coming down hard, you know, Hiker Midnight came early last night, so we hit the rack pretty quick. About 7 o'clock-ish, I was having breakfast, and everybody was pretty much rolling and wanted to get out of there. So left the camp right about 8 o'clock. I attempted to get ahead of Billy Goat, and I started out probably about 10-15 minutes ahead of him, and suddenly I hear bah, bah behind me. And he comes ripping up behind me and passes me, and he was soon out of sight right away. He was going to make it to Deep Gap shelter today, and that way he has a short day going into top of Georgia. There, you know, coming out of Blue Mountain and across, getting up to where I'm at now, I'm at the Tray Gap, and the intent was to go up to the shelter. There's, you know, coming out of Unicorn and coming down, I came down to Unicorn, you see the roadway there. You pause because they have the AT monument there. You got just kind of take some pictures and see the elevation at 2,900 feet, and you got a couple steep inclines and then drop down and incline and drop down. And Tray Mountain itself is 4,400 feet. I'm at the gap right now, and the shelter drops down the other side at 4,200 feet. So we got that going there. You'll see through the video, I had some good opportunities for videos today, some pictures today, not anything long distance. As you can see, weather wasn't too bad. The rain was off and on, but the hike itself, my original intent was to go from Low Gap to Tray Shelter, and that would have been a lot for me in one day. Billy Goat, no problem. You know, half the age and twice the stamina. He's going to be going and gone. But for me, it probably would have been too much. So it was a good choice for me to stop at Blue Mountain today. Now, what I'm going to do for today, I'm at the Gap. I'm actually waiting for a ride. I'm going to go stay at a bed and breakfast tonight. I just wanted to get a better feeling for how things are at home. You know, just to make for comfort level, to see and do some reassuring of how everything's going. There's a little worry and concern going on there, so I just want to go there, take care of that. They'll bring me right back here if I want tomorrow morning, or you know, if I need to take care of business, I'll take a 0 day tomorrow. So all in all, enjoying every moment of it, enjoying the beauty of it. That saying of beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I could just see it all over the place, from how the moss is growing on the side of a rock or a stump, to seeing new sprouts of vegetation coming out, to even when the ice was coming off the plants. And how I don't know if I said this, but I'm walking along and I feel this little breeze, and all of a sudden I get hit in the back of the head. I'm like, what the heck is that? And I look down, and the branches from above were freezing and had a coating of ice on it, and the wind knocked it off, and it was like dropping ice cubes on top of me. So it was kind of funny. It's like just out of nowhere. I thought some squirrel, angry squirrel, was throwing acorns at me, and it ended up being ice. So I'm gonna wait for my ride here, and another good. This is 3 days and do laundry. That's not too bad. 3 days, take a shower, that's not too bad. Not what I planned, but you do what you have to do along the trail. So from now, back them up, move them out.